Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 5-Minute Bitcoin, where we onboard the masses 5 minutes at a time so you don't have to. Today, we're going to spend some time recapping everything we went over the past 2 weeks, and we're going to run over briefly the virtues of Bitcoin, except this time we're just going to touch on the main ones. Now, there's more than what we're going to talk about today, and if you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, I would invite you to please leave your questions or comments down in the comment section. And if you think I've missed one of the virtues, please let me know. So let's move forward. Let's talk about, of course, we're going to use the example of Bitcoin, gold, and fiat currency. As far as durability, on the top line here, gold is very durable because it's a metal, so it's fairly durable. Unless it's dust, and then on a windy day you gotta be careful. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is extremely durable. It's not tangible, so it's very difficult to physically destroy it. Fiat currency, on the other hand, is just a piece of paper. I think it's made out of mostly cotton, and of course, it too can blow away in the wind and burn up in a house fire. So you can see on the top line there, Bitcoin gets a plus. Now let's move down to divisibility. Gold. Yeah, I don't really agree with this chart because gold can be divisible all the way down to dust. Now, the problem with that is measuring it. It takes a precise instrument to measure fine amounts of gold dust. On the other end of the spectrum, gold, if you try to divide gold, it takes a lot of work. It's metal, so it's not easily, like you can't take a bar of gold into a grocery store and buy a dozen eggs and then saw off a piece of gold. That's not practical. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is extremely divisible. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin is divisible down to 8 decimal points, and each Bitcoin is divided into 100 million units called Satoshis or Sats. Now let's move to fiat currency, and we're going to use the dollar as an example. Now the dollar, the US dollar, can be divided down to 2 decimal points, and it can be divided into 4 quarters, 10 dimes, nickels and pennies, and various combinations of all of those coins. However, you cannot take a pair of scissors and cut off a piece of a dollar and use it as currency. So in this respect, I don't really agree so much with that plus mark on fiat currency. I don't think it's that divisible, honestly. All right, let's move on to fungibility. Gold is very good at that, and Bitcoin as well. Cash, on the other hand, is very poor at fungibility. Okay, portability. Gold gets a minus because in large quantities, gold is very difficult to move because it's heavy, and it requires an element of security, which with respect to guarding it against theft. Now, Bitcoin, on the other hand, it gets the highest rating. It actually gets the highest rating because if you take sovereign control and custody of your Bitcoin, no one can take it from you. Gold can be seized. Cash or fiat currency can be seized and stolen very easily. I'm going to encourage you all to continue going down the rabbit hole with me 5 minutes at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, you've probably noticed some changes to the channel. You can see over there in the corner, I put my Lightning Network Strike app QR code, And if you want to help support the channel, please, by all means, zap me some sats. And I would love it if you would consider clicking that thumbs up button, clicking that subscribe button, and ticking that little bell for future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 5 Minute Bitcoin. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Frederick Mann, and I'm going to remind you today again to dollar cost average, HODL, and self-custody. God bless you.